to know. This is the Comrade Show. Make Comrade Show with Comrade Lante Oriente live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show. Make Comrade Show with Comrade Lante Oriente live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show. Make Comrade Show with Comrade Lante Oriente live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show. Make Comrade Show with Comrade Lante Oriente live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show. Make Comrade Show with Comrade Lante Oriente live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show. Make Comrade Show with Comrade Lante Oriente live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show.
Okay, yes, my people, Edo people and Nigerians across the world, a very warm evening to you and greetings to you from my end. This is the Comrade Show, and my name is Comrade Lante Oriente. Today is the 12th of October, 2021, and I have the privilege of playing host to somebody who is doing so well in helping to promote the Nigerian movie industry. He's a great director, very reputable director, a prolific director at that, a movie director, and he's one of the pillars of the Edo movie industry. Talking of the Edo Nollywood, and of course, he has a lot of English movies to under his belt as a director. He's a member of the Directors Guild of Nigeria, DGN. His name is Davidson Izegaegbe, and we're going to be talking about the movies and, of course, some other things related to the movie industry. In this segment, this is the one we call personalities and influencers. Please join me and let's welcome Davidson Izegaegbe. Davidson, how are you doing, sir?
I'm cool. I'm very fine. And you?
Not too bad, my brother. Not too bad. Good to have you in the studios of the Comrade Show.
Thank you.
Our audience may be watching. Who is Davidson? May we meet you? Who is Davidson?
Well, I'm just me. I'm Davidson. I studied mass communication and as well theater arts, and did some programs in filmmaking. Studying the art of making movies. I've been involved in directing movies, producing movies, scripting, and we've not given up on that. I think I'm one of those two who actually contributed to developing the industry in Edo State. And I'm glad that we have a lot of persons presently who are reaping from that and equally helping us to improve the industry in Edo State. Presently, I'm the state chairman of Directors Guild of Nigeria, Edo State chapter, and the member of Association of Movie Producers. I'm still very much active in the business. The more you grow older, the better you become in the act. So I'm glad doing what I do presently, and we still will continue doing.
Absolutely, certainly. We can't take that away from you. Talking about yes, of course, we are aware that the older you go in the industry, are you there, Davidson? We have lost your video.
Yeah, just a minute. They want to do a changeover. They just, this is Nigeria. I know in Nigeria, who's the
Okay,
time?
this is NEPA. This is NEPA acting now. Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
That will be up. That will be on anyway from now.
It is good the whole world is saying the activities of
Let me,
the
let me do this until they bring.
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I didn't quite tell the audience that Davidson is joining us right from Benin City.
Okay, the
And
line is
exactly what you saw now, that
the line
light just went off.
yeah.
That's exactly what happened now. Wow.
We are back. We are back to Gen now. This generator, this. Welcome to Nigeria.
Well, I hope things like this will begin to see some changes as our society develops. Anyway, going down to you said something just now. You said the older you become in the industry, the more engaged you become. I think that's what I got out of what you said just now. And I'm talking about engagement. I am aware that you are presently editing a movie that you are releasing very soon. Can you tell us about that?
Well, at the time, it got to a point I was thinking, it's better to tell our stories in our languages, even though I know I'm not very fluent in speaking most of the Nigerian dialect. But I'm a strong and a firm believer and custodian of our vernacular. So my plan was to make that movie in our language, but on second thought, and because again we need to expand our culture, our traditions, our belief beyond those states, So I needed to make that in English, but bearing in mind our traditional costumes, some of our parables are locations, for the movie. So it's a Benin story done in English language. Let me use that. Even though we know that our English language is has some embellishment of vernacular, I'm speaking English now, but I know that a lot of persons, especially the whites, may find it very difficult to understand what I'm saying too, because my language is accented, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Highly accented. So I made the movie in English language, and got some actors from, I think just few of them from our usual, like we'll say some of the popular actors. But all the actors that took part in the movies are popular actors and guys who hold their own in their own right. So 95%, if not even 95% of my cast were from Edo State. They reside here in Edo State, and it's all in the bid to boost our economy and give our youth hope, and also make them to understand that we have a history behind us. And that was why I made that movie. It's titled Ogidigan. That is the title, Ogidigan. It's a movie about Obai the First. So I just took a slice of that entire story, which has to do with struggle to gain back the throne and the role played by Mota in the bid of, the of Ogun. Prince Ogun later became Obai, installed or coronated as Obai, regaining the throne from his brother who usurped that title from him. So that's what the movie is just all about.
We will discuss the movie a bit, but let us just see an excerpt of this movie. Let's see an excerpt of it. Yes. Look, I love the scenery. I can't wait to see this. When is this movie going to be released? Ogidigan. This is a beautiful one. I mean, with the story of a motor, embedded in this and the Obayawai Ogidigan, I think the world must look forward to seeing this. When are we seeing this movie?
Well, hopefully it should be after, because my plan is to have it premiered in the United States by the grace of God next year. It would have been done before now. The COVID hit, it struck, and a lot of things went comatose.
Absolutely.
But we are off COVID now. So my plan is to have some private exhibition or screening, in Nigeria by hopefully maybe around the Easter period, just private screening, not to the public. Then have some input from professionals who will be seated to do their critique. They'll probably do some adjustment before hitting the States with it by late next year, for what I will refer to as world premiere.
Good. That's
so after
interesting.
that, then we cannot be looking at hitting the Nigerian cinema before looking at the general public via online distribution.
Good. I will come to all that. Something struck me that made me actually want to bring you on this program. I see.
So
we can see a steady.
For now.
Beautiful. We can see a steady growth in the English Nollywood movies. Somehow we appear not to be seeing so much about the Edo. Can you hear me, sir? Hello, can you hear me?
Sorry?
Can you hear me?
Okay, I'm hearing you now.
Good. Now, like I was saying, I said we can measure, the growth of the English movies, in the Nollywood movies. Okay? But so far, particularly in recent time, we've not been seeing so much in the Edo movie home front. Could you tell us why it is like that? You are one of the most prolific directors in the Edo movie industry.
Okay. I've done almost, if not over 100 movies in the Bini language.
Absolutely.
But I think it got to, if you remember, a couple of years back, over almost 10 years now, if I'm not mistaken or more, we make movies and we didn't even consider taking movies to the cinema. They were nothing like the cinemas. We just make movies for home use. People can go across the counter, buy these movies as then via VHS, then later the CD came, that's the compact disc, then later the DVD came, But after the DVD, we all came back to the cinema. So which means there's no market for our products on the shelf like it used to be. So now, what that simply means is that cost of production, shot up. because now you need to shoot for the cinema. And again, when you look at our population, only a few of them actually patronize the cinema, and we've not been able to make. When you consider the budget to make pure Benin movie, what I mean in pure Benin language, and you start to preach that to cinema, so that you consider your costs again, because you need to shoot your movie on the higher format to have it in cinema. You understand what I'm saying? So the cost is higher. So, and if the patronage is low in terms of persons who understand the language and can communicate with your movie, if it's low, then you'll be having some problems because you can't recoup your total cost. That's one. Then, secondly, the movie is a universal language. I always believe that. Whether irrespective of whatever language you're doing that. But the Nigerian society for now, if you go to the cinemas, it's got that most persons who patronize the cinemas, they want to go for movies that are competing with other movies done in English language. So, but what I did, or what some of us now do, is to have our Benin stories, that's our Benin stories, done in English or a mixture of English and Benin, without losing the value of our culture and history. But the only adverse effect of that move is that it will not help a lot of persons to learn to speak our language. That's the only adverse effect I see there. But again, sincerely speaking, I know that it's just for like a movie I'm working on presently. I want to shoot I'm shooting for the cinema. It's just going to be purely in Benin language, purely in Benin language. It has to do with trafficking in persons, purely in Benin language, because the message is for our people. But the cinema has a way, it has reduced, the rush into making Benin movies. So I guess still do that, but the problem is that you don't have a place to have it distributed. So what they just simply do is to shoot movie and push them into YouTube. I won't make a movie and put on YouTube. I won't do that. But a lot of our guys still do that. I mean, the
The,
younger
the
people,
upcoming ones,
yeah,
the
they
younger
push
ones.
YouTube. I don't know how they're going to make that money back from YouTube. Seriously, So I'm a businessman. Apart from being the custodian of my history or my values, So I'm looking at the bigger picture where I can reach out to a larger audience. Who can respect our culture, respect our values, respect us as a people via what we put before them. So I know that,
Okay, one quick one, Davidson. One quick one.
yeah,
We have a lot of our English movies, Nollywood movies right now on Netflix, even Yoruba movies, Igbo movies. Why don't we
yeah,
have, a huge influx of the Benin movies on Netflix yet?
yeah. If you look, you can have stories. You can have the Benin. When I mean the Benin stories, I'm talking about movies done in Benin in vernacular now in the Benin language. You can have Benin stories, done in English. You understand? But I don't think there's anything wrong having a Benin movie, I mean, a story, the Benin story, or even a contemporary story shot in Benin language in very high format, and be aiming to have it on Netflix. But I think it's a huge risk, which sometimes some of us, still want to weigh on the pendulum. You understand?
Yeah.
But I think it's not like it is impossible to have a Benin movie, on Netflix. It's not like it's impossible. It's not. Netflix is open to everybody. But again, presently, as I speak with you, we have been able to work around to make sure that we have something just like you have Netflix. We call it the Igodotv TV. It's an online distribution platform that cut across all languages, all whether English, Yoruba,
No,
Hausa,
no,
Igbo, Bini,
I am
Isa,
coming.
Afema,
I am coming to
Oma,
Igodo.
Isako, stuff like that. We all have
Can,
that,
can you can you
just
hear
like
me?
a one-stop shop.
Can you hear me? I will come to Igodo shortly. Um, One question I want to ask you quickly. Okay, when we talk of Edo
I'm very
movies, for
loud. I'm
instance,
very clear.
yes, sir. Go.
And
When we talk of Edo movies, we talk of Benin language films. How come, you know, we don't see the same amount of Benin language films? We don't see them in Ishan films, in Esako films, in all one films. When we talk about Edo movies, for instance, it is majorly flocked with, you know, Benin language films and very few Ishan language. But we don't see almost nothing with Owan, with Esako. And these are part of Edo state too that needs to be promoted. Why is it that, I mean, the searchlight of you guys, the directors and all of that, is not yet beamed towards those other ethnic groups?
yeah, the challenge is having actors who can speak these languages. That is the greatest challenge. Even if you look at the Benin movies, it's still a huge problem. You know, having the Benin guys who can speak the language fluently and be able to interpret that in their character as actors. So we're even having bigger challenges in other languages because you go there, truly you see guys who are really willing to, you know, they love to act, they love the act of acting, but they can't speak the language. You know, even those who can speak the language, they can't act. You know, so it will be out of place, for example, to just have some persons because they can speak the language, let them just speak the language, and there's no artistry, you know, along that in terms of performance. People will not want to. You just it's got that it's like bringing a film dead before even its arrival. So the problem is there's death in language. Persons who can speak these languages. So if, for example, like as I'm talking to you presently now, I'm able to hook up to a lot of persons from Owan, for example, and we have a platform. I'll be talking to them. Let's see how I can gather a lot of them who speak the language fluently and want to act, so that I can start making movies in that aspect. Seriously, that's what it's just something that I'm working on presently as I speak with you. You know, so once we're able to coordinate, you know, persons in these various from these other tribes like that, we can, why not? That was what was done to the Esan movie. You know, Stephen Medu and some other and later they were able to coordinate some persons from the Esan, you know, tribe who could speak and who could act, and that was how the Esan movie came into existence. You know, so same thing we want to do with other tribes. Onwa has been making some movies, even though it has not been able to break even. But I think that's what I want to do presently. I'm working towards that seriously. I won't lie to you.
Okay, I think, look, man, I would advise. I think it's a good thing for us to be some searchlight. If I'm not mistaken, I probably still do remember how the Benin language movie started. People were trained, people were just managed through, and today, you know, a lot of people have blossomed in that
That's true.
in the same way the Ishan movie is coming up, Islam movie is coming up. We should have all one Afema and all those people. One quick question. Do you guys have, so far, the Benin movie industry, do you guys have any support at all from government? I'm asking this question because the movie industry in some other countries of this world is a matter of serious interest by their government. They invest in it and all of that. And, you know, a lot of them thrive better. People are beginning to look at the movies, you know, entertainment generally, as another major, you know, source of sustenance, you know, for their own youth. Can you hear me, sir? Your camera is frozen. I hope you have not lost this network. Hello, can you hear me? It's always an issue having to interview somebody in Nigeria. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, I'll just give Davidson a ring. I think this is getting quite interesting. So this network should try to, you know, manage itself properly. I'll just ring him up. Let's see. Nigeria, no. Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Okay, is the network back? I think
Okay, it
I'm
was
hearing you
dead.
loudly.
Okay, you can hear me now. Okay, I don't know if you
Yeah,
got my last question.
the network
Are
just
you guys getting any support
okay.
from the government, whether federal or state or local government?
Not at all. We've never had one. You know, if you check the, are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, sir.
Good. You know, we've never had one. Even the last time we had a grant from a UK aid, a UK one UK aid like that. They gave us some grants. You know, myself, Lanston Timaswen, Pedio Cow, were the three partners that coordinated that. You know, we tried to reach the state government then, but what they could do was for 10 persons who were selected, you know, the UK aid brought 500,000 for each person. The state government brought 250,000. Then that was 750,000. So leaving the filmmaker to go hustle for about 3 or 2 point something million to make up the movie. You understand what I'm saying? That is the best we've gotten from whether state or federal government in terms of support for the Edo movie is 250,000 from this government. More than that. So every one of us we struggle all by ourselves to get our movies done. We source for our funds ourselves, make our movies ourselves. And that is why it's called that the drive is more towards where you have more tribes who can patronize your movie. So the business aspect comes into it at that point in time because it's your money. So nobody want to use his personal or hard-earned money, and just put it on the
somewhere.
make him go back to location the next time. The job of every filmmaker is to make a movie and go back to location. So no support whatsoever. We just hope that it comes anyway. If it comes, we'll grab it with our hands wide open.
I'm surprised. Is there any effort being made by the DGN or other, or a collaboration of all the associations in the movie industry to draw government attention into this and to see the need why the industry has to be supported by government? Have you guys thought of that?
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I'm saying this is this.
Yeah.
I am aware.
Yeah.
Okay, I said it is just on papers. I don't want to believe it's on papers. I am aware that this present government, they have done so much work about the Observer, and part of the Observer edifice has been set up to collaborate with movie makers so that we can show out better movies, with that facility and all of that. And I'm told that the state government partnered with a German firm to get that done. And so if the government has planned for a studio, a world-class studio, as they say, in collaboration with the German firm, a studio that will be used by filmmakers, it therefore means that the Edo state filmmakers need to now access the facility through government, and of course from there, tell government what the industry needs. Have you guys taken a look at that? Can you hear me, sir?
Lamse, are you hearing me?
I can hear you, sir. This is why you're laughing, and your laughter is suspicious.
Yeah, I'm laughing because it's just like what happened in Calabar when the state government pumped in so much money to Tinapa, if you remember. I don't know if you guys remember.
I remember Tinapa. Yes.
And where's Tinapa today? You see, you cannot be making plans for me if you're my father. You're making plans for me, and I'm not aware you're making plans for me. I don't know if you understand the message.
Can you break that down, sir?
Now, we just had that they are trying to make some part of Observer, or whether some part of the entire Observer, we don't know. It's just rumor. Let me use that word. You said, "Oh, sorry, come again."
Go ahead, sir. No, it can't be. I can hear you. It cannot be rumor because the governor of Edo State spoke about it publicly. Hello? Yes, I can hear you, sir. Go ahead.
Mr. Hello. Lamte, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you clearly. Can you hear me
now?
Yes.
Oh my God. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Are you hearing me now?
Oh, yes, I can hear you. I
Are
can
you
hear
hearing
you.
me?
Oh, yes, yes.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Viewers, bear with us. It's
Hello.
Nigeria. Hello, it's one of the characteristics of Nigeria. Hello, can you hear me, Davidson?
Network is terrible.
Can you hear me now? I can hear you loud and clear.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear, sir.
Hello.
Hello. Let me.
Hello.
Nobody suggesting we should use telephone. Let me just ring you up
Hello.
here. Let's see. Hello, I can hear you.
So, let's see if I can shout him out.
I can hear you, bro.
Hello, hello. Are you hearing me?
Yes. Yes. I can hear you. Let me change my audio settings. Maybe that way. Hello. Can you hear me? It's just gone. Hello. This is just getting crazier and crazier. Hello, David. Can you hear me? I'll just ring you up. I'll just ring you up. Okay, can you hear me? I can hear you.
Are you hearing
Yes,
me?
I hear you. Can you hear me? You work here. And I mean Nigeria, backward country. Nothing works.
reply us. I felt like they were going to sponsor the entire filmmakers in Nigeria. Just the film director from Edo State. As I speak with you, I still have copies of the letters given to them. Before, no single reply, nothing whatsoever. Now we have Sonamata Over. We have Dr. Victor Oka, the DGN president presently. And we are still looking for avenue to see how the state government can still have a robust relationship with the filmmakers. We have a lot of filmmakers from Edo State. Claude is a legend in the act here. You know that Emma is a filmmaker of refuge. We have a lot of filmmakers here. I'm not sure they've been reached by the state government in relation to that project. But if they had, we meet up and we discuss. The only thing we discuss is the act, nothing more. We discuss the act before we ask about mother, children, family. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
maybe probably they want to finish the project, then invite us and tell us to make it look like surprise. This is a gift from us to you guys. They said that. So we're just watching it, but I'm not aware of only just rumor.
If what you are saying,
we are making this for filmmakers.
Yeah, but if what you are saying is correct, if what you are saying is correct, I will be very surprised. And probably we will use this medium to equally, let the government of Edo State know, that the critical stakeholders of the movie industry are you guys, and that's the truth. You mentioned last of Emma Swen, yourself, Davidson, the likes of Emma Swen, the likes of Billy Kings, and all you guys, a whole array of you guys. So if the state government is not discussing with you people, then who is the government discussing with?
Right, because if, for example, they have reached out to Landlord definitely, if the guy would do that, he would have reached out to us too. If they have reached out to Pedi Okao, who would have told us. If they have reached out to Emma, we would have been aware. If they have reached out to additional too. The only time they gathered us together as filmmakers in the state was a couple of years ago, and we just thank God we are surviving as filmmakers. That will keep us surviving and doing our business. We are filmmakers. We are not politicians.
I understand. Okay. Anyway, we will ask the necessary questions when the time comes. The other one I want to ask is, tell us about Igodotv.
Igodotv TV is an online platform. We've been working on this for years. And what gave birth to it was, we envisaged the fact that the DVD would get the market. And we didn't want to be caught unaware. So we've been having series of fallouts from an interactive meeting organized by Billy Kings, at a hotel. From there, we kept having series of people at last Vegas went, we had a meeting there, and all that. So before we now decided to next our own online platform, which we have reached quite a high level now. We have the app on Play Store, and anywhere from now we have it on iOS, so that those with not Android, those with iPhone, iOS can be able to watch various movies in various languages on that platform. So that platform is for people like us who see filmmaking as a full-time business. And the Igodotv TV is our own. It's not like it's not that it's from that the industry. Every one of us, we are stakeholder there. Because either you are a subscriber or you are a member of the all that stuff. So it's open to every filmmaker. It's not YouTube. Just like you have, like they say Netflix. I have TV. You know, if you check on the Play Store, you see the Igodotv.
So Igodotv right now is like our own Netflix in Edo State.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So people will subscribe to watch whatever movies they want to see there, right?
Yeah, you can subscribe for a month. You can subscribe quarterly. You can subscribe for a year. You know, and watch any movie of your choice. And as we speak now, we are all on locations. You know, working on the clock. So we still have a lot of persons who are to see if he's going to if he's going to just be a flash in the sun. But I can assure you that it's not. Because if I tell you the level of effort that has been put in financially and in terms of manpower, plan and everything, that's compared to Africa is a member of the board. You know when I say of Africa, it's not just pushing in the
industry
business or in food business or in any aspect of the film industry. So we have a lot of persons who are there, you know, and making sure that the business of the show is solidly on its feet. You understand? Because, you know, the business of the show and the business of the show.
Yeah.
Are you following?
Yes, I can follow. I think it's very instructive and interesting. I think it is very interesting that the idea behind Igodo to make it a channel through which we can see our own local movies and, you know, Nollywood movies. I think it's a beautiful thing, really, honestly.
Yeah, and again, the beauty of it is that, you know, it's not like you bring a movie there, you know, it's business. You do business with, even though I'm a member of the board of Igodo TV, you know, I just throw my claims straight to them and say because I'm a director. No. The thing we go through what we call quality control, you know. They check you up, make sure that it's okay. And once it's okay or it meets the criteria, you know, they get to deal with me and that's it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just once it's already ongoing. So it's something that would give the Edo industry a facelift. Seriously.
Igodotv.
I don't want to sound like things are not going on smoothly. I know I have friends who have been ripped off by many cinema owners. I have friends whose movies have been limited by cinema owners, you know, and all that, you know. So, you know, Igodo is just to help make sure that things are put in right perspective, you know. But this is our own. So we cannot be shooting ourselves.
I wish you guys well indeed.
Just wishing that we keep the flag of making the movies in the State, you know, flying.
I really wish you guys well indeed, and I hope and pray that it will come to fruition properly. Meanwhile, I have somebody on Facebook who's asking a question. Moses Oba Edokbolo, he wants to know. He said, I heard there's a cartel of filmmakers in Edo State. Some are claiming to be Steven Spielberg of Edo movie industry. You must come through them.
Please, I think you need to ask that question again. I didn't get it seriously.
No, it says, I heard there is a cartel of filmmakers in Edo State. Some claim to be the Steven Spielberg of Edo movie industry. You must come through them before you make a film. How true is this?
I didn't hear you.
No, he's asking that it looks like there is a cartel in the industry. There is a cabal in the industry. There are some people, they say you must come through them. You must come through them before you can make a movie because they are the Steven Spielberg of a Edo movie industry. Is that true? Do we have a cabal in the movie industry? Yeah, he's asking a question. He wants to know, is it true that there's a cabal in the movie industry? So people say they are the same, yeah, they are the in those states. So people claim that they are the Steven Spielberg. Without them, you cannot do a movie. Is it true?
No. That's not true. The film industry rose into Nigeria as a free enterprise. Nobody has the right to stop to make movies. You know, seriously, maybe maybe some of our business people may want to make you feel that way, you know. But every film producer is a prospective businessman and investor. You understand? You know, so unless you know, definitely like they always say, in every business we have persons who may want to, just like if you buy land now, and so you have some person who just run around and come around and say that if you don't put it in, you cannot lay your foundation and stuff like that. Maybe yeah. But as far as I'm concerned, nobody has aroused me over making my movie. Are
you insinuating that there are some people who are here in the movie industry or land grabbers? I mean, movie grabbers.
No, nobody can do that now. Like who? I don't think so, because nobody has aroused the Lancelot, nobody has aroused the Amemato, nobody has aroused Billy, nobody has aroused me, nobody has. Like as you see, as I speak with you now, we have a lot of young guys who are making movies left and back and throwing them into YouTube. Nobody has stopped them, you know.
All right.
Nobody has stopped them. Nobody has stopped them. You know, I don't stop any, seriously, because if they were, for example, we have an association of which you were one time the secretary now, former staff, which is now AIM. If they were, I think the president would have raised over that. You know, but what I know we do most of the time, we encourage every actor in AIM to, if you know you're an actor, register with DGN, Actor of Nigeria. If you know you're a producer, go register so that you become the big players in the
industry.
Nobody touches anybody over, you know, investing in the industry.
Okay. Yeah, briefly, let's talk about investment. Government is not supporting. Are we having private investors, you know, take interest in the Edo movie industry so far?
Oh yeah, a lot. Yeah, a lot. Seriously, a lot. You know, a lot, quite a lot. I speak with you, I've done a movie for an Igbo lady who is based in faraway Ireland. An Igbo lady, she did a movie on trafficking with persons, you know, even with a title that has the name Osato. You know, she's an Igbo lady. We didn't know each other, which is an investor and a producer and a filmmaker as well. So we have a lot of investors. You know, all you need to do is just to make sure that you let them know how they're going to get their money back. So no businessman want to just claim his money and not get his money back.
Do they get their money back?
Yeah. You said?
Do they get their money back?
Well, for those that I've worked for, I don't think there's anyone that will say that they didn't get their money back from me. Seriously, I'm telling you, because as we speak now, even I have an investor at the time who wanted to even invest in the Benin movie when we were having those issues. I told him, even I think one of them too, and the two other persons, I told them, look, the industry is shaky, so one cannot guarantee investing so much and bringing out, you know, taking so much from it, you know. So we need to study the terrain at that point. So that was when the DVD was going out of the market, you know, and the cinema was about coming in, you know. So at that point in time, if one, and you know, would be investors into inflation at that point in time, then there's going to be a huge problem.
Yes,
and people might think that you just defrauded them or you paid the fast one of them. You know, so but I don't think we've had issues like that. You know, but if they are, I don't know. But what I know for sure is that we have persons who are interested in investing. You know, some of them may have formed business by maybe because, you know, most filmmakers, maybe that was, some of them are not, they're only concerned about the show, are not the business of the show.
Yes.
And investors are only concerned about the business, and not the show of the business. is different. You know, so the talent to tell it, you know, just bring money, this blah blah, I'll bring this stuff, I'll bring this stuff and all that stuff. Nobody how you're gonna get your money back. So if it would be investor does not slow the track, you know, of business talk and say, okay, you have a good story, you have this line, you have this name, good actors, how am I getting my money back? Like this is fine, I'm not gonna get my money back, I'm my profit.
Yes.
If there's no answer, why not? If you're an investor, you say, when somebody tells you or call you on phone and tell you 5 million, bring 2 million, I will break a movie for you. Give me 2 months, I will give you your money back. And after you pump in the 3 million, then 1 year you get 300,000. Then you know that you just went to the right. I know that the person actually stole your money. No, you know that the person don't do his own work rightly. You know, because other people are going to watch a movie on YouTube before you can raise 3 million to give back to the person who gives you money to make the movie and before talking about profit. So I used to make movies for YouTube, but it's not like I don't think YouTube is bad, though, so that you don't get me wrong. I never said YouTube is bad. After that, I, as a filmmaker, will not make a movie and put on YouTube. You know, because I'm a businessman who want to put his money where he can get money back. I won't do kalo. What I'm kalo. I will gamble with somebody else's. I don't gamble with my own money because of gambling somebody else's money. So that's the area that is from. But in terms of investors, we have just to, you know, are willing to invest. So I just watch it from the sideline to be sure that you know, if they invest their money, they get it back. While some have gotten their fingers beaten, and all that stuff. So it's business. Where you make it, you know, in terms of profit, or you can't loss it. I can't them on your fingertips.
Anyway, Mr. Davidson, I want to thank you sincerely for for honoring our invitation to be here this evening. It's unfortunate that the Nigerian system, the NEPA and the electricity wahala, whatever it is, did not actually allow us, you know, have a free-flowing interview session. You know, the network and all the things they all put together is the Nigerian story, and it's a tragedy, unfortunately. Okay, but I hope that we yes, hopefully. I shall look forward to, you know, another time where we can discuss again. But by and large, I think it'd be very interesting. And thank you so much for letting us know some of the things that are happening and the need for us to keep talking about them so that some change would come. Thanks a lot for being part of the program, Mr. Davidson. Any last word?
Well, my last word is that every filmmaker out there, you know, should keep on doing what they know how to do, improve on the art of doing what they've been doing. Then every would-be investor should see, especially those from Edo in diaspora who want to invest in the business. But if you want to invest, make sure you invest wisely. You want to invest wisely, make sure that you are investing in the right channel. You know, invest in persons who can give you details on how you're going to get your money back, you know. Because the business is called show business. You understand? The show brings the money. Show business. So if you don't think another like that, there'll be a problem. And again, I think above all, since the state government is making plans for us, you know, like you just mentioned, I hope that the plan comes into fruition so that we all can benefit from it, because the dream of every filmmaker is to make sure that the industry in Edo State does not go to because, you know, so everything is okay, you know.
Hopefully. Thank you very much, Mr. Davidson. It's nice talking to you. Hopefully we'll talk someday soon.
Yeah, me too.
Bye for now. Yes. Double Nigerians, we'll be having a time with Davidson Izegaegbe, a movie director in Edo State, a prolific one of that. He's made so many movies. And they have, carrying out some very good plans right now to stabilize and standardize the Edo movie industry. We're going to help you to lead us into some of the challenges the industry is having. And of course, he's been able to let us know too that they don't have government support. And we are hoping that that will change in no time because of what, of course, the Excellency, the Governor of Edo State already mentioned publicly about the facility that the government is putting in place in Observer, with a German firm that will benefit our movie makers. We hope this industry grows because this is one industry too that can absorb a lot of youths from Edo State and make Edo truly a state that everybody would like to visit. On that note, it's been personalities and influencers. Hopefully this time next week, we're going to be here again with another personality. My name is Comrade Show. Keep watching the Comrade Show and keep sharing the Comrade Show. Bye for now.
The Comrade Show. Wait. Comrade Lante Oriente. Live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us. Follow us and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show. The Comrade Show. Wait. Comrade Lante Oriente. Live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us.